Outdaughtered star Adam Busby has landed in the ER after a freak accident. He updated fans via social media on Thursday, revealing what had happened and how he's doing now. Is everything okay? How serious was his injury? Keep reading for all of the details the family has spilled so far. Adam Busby has a freak accident. On his Instagram stories on Thursday, Adam Busby revealed to fans that he took a trip to the emergency room. Unfortunately, the father of 6 was seriously injured. He explained the whole situation to fans. He said, "It was such a freak accident. It happened while he was working on creating content, which involved taking pictures. They had set up a kitchen studio to film content with Good Rangers, which is a meat company. They were also working with Chef Bo McMillan, Iron Chef." The outdaughtered dad said, "Right at the beginning of the day, I had my camera bag and I was going back to my truck to grab a couple of things. I have a knife in my camera bag. And it's on the front pocket. And inside of this pocket in my camera bag, there's like a magnetic closure. The knife's blade got stuck upright due to the magnetic closure on the bag. While he was talking to someone, he reached his hand into his bag without looking. He slid his middle finger down the length of the knife, which he said was basically brand new and very sharp. He said, it was a clean cut all the way to the bone." Adam Busby temporarily taped it up to help stop the bleeding and made it through the photo shoot. He also revealed that they only had the opportunity to work with Chef Bo for one day, which is why he felt like he had to push through this injury. Later on, he headed to the ER to get the medical attention he needed. The outdaughtered star heads to the ER. Once the photo shoot was over and Adam went to the ER, the doctor was pretty impressed with how he stopped the bleeding. This helped to close the wound. Fortunately, it sounds like it's all under control and he's going to be just fine. Below, you can watch another video to get even more details about Adam's trip to the ER. Then, further down, you can see a snap of Adam's finger. He took this picture at the hospital. Note that it's pretty graphic. Hopefully, the TLC star will continue to keep fans updated as he heals. Best wishes to Adam Busby amid this scary injury. So, are you relieved to hear that Adam Busby's injury wasn't worse? What do you think of the graphic photo he shared with fans? Sound off in the comments section below, and come back to Reports for USA for more news about the outdaughtered stars. The sun was just peeking over the horizon, casting a soft, golden light over the Busby household. Danielle Busby had woken up early, as usual, to prepare breakfast for her bustling family. The kitchen was filled with the smell of freshly brewed coffee and sizzling bacon, a comforting start to what she hoped would be a typical day. However, today was anything but typical. Adam Busby, always the hands-on dad, was already outside, tinkering with a new project. He had decided to install a new swing set for the quints in the backyard. As he worked, he could hear their excited chatter from inside the house, which spurred him on. He wanted everything to be perfect for his girls. "Hey, babe, need any help out there?" Danielle called from the kitchen window, a playful smile on her face. "I got this. Just wait till you see it," Adam replied, wiping sweat from his brow. He gave her a confident thumbs up, which Danielle returned with a laugh before turning back to the stove. The quints, Hazel, Olivia, Riley, Parker, and Ava, were buzzing with energy, running around the house in their pajamas. Outside, Adam was tightening the last bolt when he noticed a loose plank on the old treehouse next to the swing set. Determined to fix it, he grabbed his tools and climbed up. As he hammered away, the old wood gave a sudden, alarming creak. Before he could react, the plank snapped, and Adam lost his footing. "Adam!" Danielle's scream pierced the air as she rushed outside, her heart pounding in her chest. Adam had fallen awkwardly, and he wasn't moving. The quints, sensing something was wrong, began to cry, their excitement turning into fear. "Call 911. Danielle shouted to Blake, who ran inside to grab the phone. Danielle knelt beside Adam, her hands shaking as she checked for a pulse. Relief washed over her when she found one, but it was weak. She cradled his head, trying to keep him still, her mind racing. The minutes felt like hours, but soon the sound of sirens filled the air. The paramedics arrived and quickly assessed Adam's condition. He was conscious but in obvious pain, his face pale. "Sir, can you hear me?" "Where does it hurt?" one of the paramedics asked. "Everywhere," Adam managed to gasp, his voice strained. "We need to get him to the ER," another paramedic said, glancing at Danielle. "It looks like he might have a few broken bones and possibly a concussion." Danielle nodded, her eyes filled with tears. "Please, just take care of him." The paramedics carefully lifted Adam onto a stretcher and loaded him into the ambulance. Danielle climbed in after them, her hands clutching his as she tried to reassure him. "It's going to be okay, Adam. Just hang in there," she whispered, though she wasn't sure if she was trying to convince him or herself. At the hospital, the medical team sprang into action. Adam was whisked away for X-rays and a CT scan, leaving Danielle to pace the waiting room, her mind a whirlwind of worry. She called her family, letting them know what had happened, and soon they were all there, offering support and comfort. After what felt like an eternity, a doctor finally approached them. "Mrs. Busby?" Danielle looked up, her heart in her throat. "Yes, that's me. How's Adam?" "He's stable. He has a few broken ribs, a fractured wrist, and a mild concussion. We're going to keep him overnight for observation, but he's going to be okay." Relief washed over Danielle, and she let out a shaky breath. "Thank you, doctor. Can I see him?" "Of course. Follow me." Danielle followed the doctor to Adam's room, her heart pounding. When she saw him lying in the hospital bed, looking pale but awake, she couldn't hold back her tears. She rushed to his side, taking his hand in hers. "Hey, babe," Adam said weakly, managing a small smile. "Guess I won't be finishing that swing set today." Danielle laughed through her tears, shaking her head. "You scared the life out of me, Adam Busby. No more heroics, okay?" "Deal," Adam said, squeezing her hand. "But I think I'll be milking this for all it's worth." "Breakfast in bed for the next month?" "Only if you promise to stay out of trouble," Danielle said, leaning in to kiss his forehead. "I love you." "I love you too," Adam replied, his eyes closing as he drifted off to sleep, the ordeal finally catching up with him. Back at home, the Quints were being cared for by family and friends, their fear subsiding as they were reassured that their dad would be okay. Blake, trying to be brave for her sisters, clung to her aunt's side, asking every few minutes if her dad was really going to be fine. "He's a tough guy, Blake," her aunt said, hugging her close. "He'll be home before you know it." As the day turned into night, Danielle stayed by Adam's side, her fingers intertwined with his. She knew that this accident